We have a view of the Sphere.
All night long, I can store it.
We did not pay for the Sphere view, but we have a view of the Sphere. We're in Vegas.
Vegas, baby!
So this is gonna be kind of a fun trip because I've only been to Vegas once and I did not stay on the Strip. Erica has never been to Vegas.
Shocking, because it is my vibe.
And mom loves Vegas, but it's been a while since you've been.
I've only been like 3 times.
3 times, yeah, but it's been a while since the last time you went.
Yeah.
So,
It's been a while.
So it's gonna be really fun, and we're here for my lovely sister invited us to the Backstreet Boys at the Sphere. So we're super excited. We just got to our room. We have a Sphere view, which we did not pay for. So that was a very nice little upgrade. But I figured I would give you a room tour. This is the 2-queen luxury suite at the Palazzo. Lovely bathroom. I feel like this is like your classic Vegas bathroom, but 2 sinks, giant tub, and we were cracking up because there's a TV in the bathroom so you can watch TV from the tub. And there's also a stand-up shower, which is really nice. Separate room for the toilet, and then it even has this like little area for getting ready, which is perfect for Vegas. And then it looks like we have a connecting room, but obviously, you know, we're not sharing it with anyone. Very beautiful queen beds. We have 2 TVs, so one in the bedroom area, and then one, we have this like whole living room. We have this whole living room, which is so fun. I was like, if we threw a party, which we're not going to, but if we threw a party, this would be the perfect place to throw a party. And then lovely view of the Sphere. And it's kind of a side view of the Sphere. Like, I think the front of it is kind of over here, which is probably why, you know, this is not considered a Sphere view room. But we're very excited to be able to see the Sphere because it's going to be really fun. Okay, so as a Vegas newbie, I'm absolutely shooketh by the number of food options solely in the Venetian/Palazzo, like within the premises. Like, humongous list of food options. So
Wait, this is just level 1.
Then there's level 2. Yeah, it's a lot. So we're definitely ready to eat something. We're not like big gamblers, but I'm definitely into like the type of games that look like video games. Like the penny slots and like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But
Fun slot machines.
yeah, my mom's ready to gamble.
Oh, just slots are...
Slots, yeah.
I'm too scared to hit the tables.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna go find some food. The concert at the Sphere is not till tomorrow. So we have some time to kind of explore Vegas, and then these 2 have tickets to go on the high roller, which is like one of those big Ferris wheels that like moves really slowly. So they're gonna do that, and then we might go out to dinner. Like, I don't know. We don't really know. We have like no plans other than the concert tomorrow.
Except
so
the high roller is the happy hour high roller. So you get
so free drinks, free drinks.
In 30 minutes.
Yes.
Listen, Angie,
30 minutes is not a long time.
Angie loves a good deal, okay?
We started out by just kind of exploring the resort and walking the canals. They had a lot of Wizard of Oz displays throughout the Palazzo and the Venetian, just to celebrate the upcoming showing that they're doing of the movie at the Sphere. We kept laughing because everything in Vegas reminded us of Disney World, so this was no exception. Just seeing like the little fake Italy, we are like, it looks exactly like the Italy pavilion. Pretty quickly we stumbled upon the Backstreet Boys terminal, which is basically an interactive Backstreet Boys themed pop-up that they had in the Venetian. I'm really glad we stumbled on it when we did because there was absolutely no line. We walked right in, and every other time we walked by the entire weekend, so Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, there was a huge line. So we definitely recommend checking it out on a Friday if you're coming into town to see them. Basically, the theme was airport themed, which was so fun. There were so many fun photo opportunities. They had music videos playing, fun memorabilia that was clearly from the 90s and early 2000s. And then of course we had to check out the merch. They definitely had a range of prices for t-shirts. I did end up getting this one, which was $55, but how iconic. Most of the t-shirts were about $55, but they did have some more expensive ones that were a collaboration with a brand, so they definitely were a little bit more pricey, but they did have normal priced concert tees, and of course we had to get some. We did also want to kind of hold out for any merch that they had possibly in the Sphere, so we did end up getting the Sphere specific t-shirt as well the following day. But this place just went on and on. It was so big and so much fun. Definitely a must check out if you're coming to see the Backstreet Boys. Then we just did a quick lap on the other lobby just to check it out, and then did a quick stop outside to look at the front of the hotel, but it was literally so hot. I ran outside, took this clip, and then we ran back in. And then we did a quick stop at Walgreens just to kind of stock up on snacks and water for the weekend, and then headed back to our room. Okay, we took a little midday break. I've never explored
the resorts like that. Like I think I saw lobbies and casinos when I was here last time, but like we really walked like the canals and the Venetian. So it was really interesting seeing like all the different shops. And we got to see the gondolas and everything like that. So it was really fun. But we did a lot of walking. We came back to the room for a couple of hours and just kind of relaxed. And honestly, we have been absolutely obsessed with this sphere view because it just looks so much better the darker it's getting. It's so interesting because I think what surprised us the most about it was that during the day it's kind of like see-through. So like we kind of thought it would be like a solid structure, but it's actually very see-through. So I'll show you what it looks like now. It's starting to look really, really good because it's so dark out already. So yeah, look at that. This one is so fun. I actually don't think I've seen this one. It's a disco ball. So it's been really fun to watch. So the plan for tonight is we're gonna head over to Caesar's Palace. My mom and my sister are gonna go on that Ferris wheel, which is close to Caesar's Palace. And I didn't want to do it, so they're gonna leave me in the casino there. It's only like a 30-minute ride, so it should be pretty quick. And then we're gonna go either before or after, go out to dinner. So we kind of changed and we're kind of wearing like our little nice outfit that we brought. Since tomorrow night's the concert, we're probably not gonna go out to dinner then. We'll just have something quick. So yeah, tonight's kind of like our little fancy night. We're gonna go out to a dinner. We have no idea where we're gonna go, but I'm sure we'll find something. There's so many options, which is sometimes like so overwhelming, but it's really fun. And I think what surprised me too about the resort that we're staying at is how nice it is. Like, I just never had a chance really when I came before to explore any of the resorts, so I'm excited to go to Caesar's Palace and kind of see what that's all about, see the different lobbies. I think we're also going to try to stop at the Bellagio and see the little fountain show. I do also want to quickly mention that I am a travel agent now, so I do book a lot of Disney trips, but I can book any trip that you want to go on pretty much. So I actually booked this trip for us, and it was a little bit cheaper through me than it was directly through the website. If you ever want help booking a trip, just reach out. I'll put the link in the description for you. But we're gonna head out to Caesar's Palace.
It was about a 15 to 20 minute walk over to Caesar's Palace from where we were staying, and it was in this very hot moment that we decided we were going to Uber back at the end of the night. But there is truly just so much to look at around every turn, so it's always really fun to just kind of walk around and just look at everything. So we made it to Caesar's Palace and my family left me there in the casino, so I had a little mocktail moment. And while I was sitting, I was trying to find somewhere for us to eat, and truly, it's interesting because in Vegas, I feel like the two options are either extremely expensive or like fast food. So we were kind of looking for somewhere in between, and we found this noodle place, and oh my gosh, it was literally so good. We could not stop talking about it. It was fantastic, and it was so good that I recorded the appetizer and forgot to record the entree, but it was absolutely delicious. Highly recommend. Then we went over to the Bellagio, and this was definitely my favorite lobby that we saw. They had this beautiful glasswork on the ceiling. It was so pretty. Then we headed into the Bellagio gardens, and these were absolutely beautiful. From what I understand, they change it out seasonally, so this was kind of their summer display that they had going, and these were all real flowers. They were so pretty. And the one other thing we noticed about the Bellagio is that the lobby smelled so good. So I don't know how much of it was like the real flowers that they had in the gardens and how much of it was them pumping in the smell, but either way, the lobby smelled absolutely amazing, and this was so pretty. Lots of really pretty pictures that you can take. Then we went outside to catch the fountain show, and this was actually a really pretty view of the strip. I really enjoyed it. I also really enjoyed the fountain show, and when the big huge fountains went up, it really was very grand, and it was a short show, but it runs every like 20 minutes or so, so I'm glad that we caught it right when we came outside, because then we went straight to the Uber and went back to our hotel. Good morning. It is now the next day. We ended up doing a lot last night. I think my favorite thing that we saw was the gardens at the Bellagio. They were so beautiful, and like, I think the Bellagio was the only one that had a lobby that smelled like really good. So the lobby smelled good, and then the little botanical gardens were so pretty, and I guess they changed them out seasonally. So, you know, if you come here multiple times, like it might be different every time you come. So that was definitely my favorite thing that we saw. The Bellagio was absolutely gorgeous. And then of course we watched the fountain show. And then I think by the time we came came back and got back into bed, it was like midnight. So we slept in a little bit today. We went down, got a Starbucks. It was kind of perfect because the line for Starbucks was super long, but the Starbucks was in the casino at our resort. So we mobile ordered our Starbucks and we finally did some gambling. We're gonna do a little bit more gambling later, but we're not like big gamblers. We're not gonna be like hitting the tables or anything like that. Just the fun penny slots and stuff like that. So now we are getting ready to go to brunch. I think we're gonna end up going to check out this place called Yardbird. It looks so good, and they do brunch, I think, until 4 p.m. and it's in our hotel. So we kind of decided that today was gonna be a day where we did not go outside because it's so hot out. So we have a couple things that we want to do today. We bought tickets for the Madame Tussauds like wax museum thing because it's in our hotel. So we're gonna do that. We were thinking about maybe doing a gondola ride and just, yeah, gambling, walking around. There is literally so much to do. I think that's definitely something that has surprised me, is just how much stuff there is to do just in the Venetian. So we kind of decided to get all the stuff done at the other resorts that we wanted to do last night so that today we could just not go outside because it is truly so hot. And at some point we do want to check out the pool if we have time. So it is like 110 degrees already and it's like 10 a.m. So I don't think I've ever been in weather like this in my life. It's so interesting because it's so hot and then like a breeze comes and you think it's going to be like a nice cool breeze. No. It is a hot breeze. It feels like you're walking by an exhaust fan from a furnace. Like, it is crazy. So it's just been super interesting. And we knew it was going to be hot, and like they keep the resorts really, really cool, which is nice. So when you go inside, it feels really good. But yeah, it's been really fun. And I think just fun to explore and, you know, kind of see what Vegas is all about. Because like I said, I've never really done this before. So it was a fun day for sure. And we're excited for another day. And tonight is the night we go see the Backstreet Boys. So obviously we're really excited for that. So we did end up buying some merch and stuff yesterday, but we're excited to see what they have at the Sphere. So it should be interesting. So that'll be kind of the evening. And, you know, during the day, we're just going to explore the resort. So let's go get some brunch because we are starving. Time for the concert, so we're just getting ready. The doors open at 6:30. It is now after 6, and then the concert starts at 8. So we definitely want to get there early, like shop the merch. I guess there's an exclusive t-shirt that's only available for this weekend. It'll only be available at the Sphere this weekend. So we definitely want to check that out, but we're getting ready. Essentially what they want everyone to wear is all white with hints of blue. So just white and baby blue, and people are definitely following the dress code. We saw a bunch of people walking around and everyone is wearing white. So I think it's gonna be really fun, but we'll show you our outfits, of course, before we leave. But the other problem that we're running into is that the purses that you're allowed to bring have to be like 6 inches wide, which is so tiny. I brought this little purse I thought was gonna be perfect, and my mom was like, nope, that's 8 inches. Like, I measured so many purses, it's too big. So I think we're gonna have to end up stuffing all of our stuff in our pockets. But luckily, I'm wearing pants that have a lot of pockets, so I think that'll work. Okay, we're gonna show you our outfits. So I'm wearing a tube top and parachute pants that I bought from Amazon. My New Balances. I feel like I'm going for comfort, but they also kind of fit the vibe. And then I have a little bit of glitter just on the eyes and then some butterfly clips. So that's kind of like my little hint of blue. All right, Mom?
I don't like white t-shirts, so I'm using a Target Fleetwood Mac shirt that I had. I bought the pants from Old Navy. They were on clearance for $9.99. I'm actually wearing Old Navy flip-flops too that I had in the closet from a wedding. They were handing out like white flip-flops for comfort, which was genius. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I have blue nails and some blue jewelry and some glitter.
Isn't she so cute?
I'm really excited. I'm so excited to see this.
We're excited.
Yeah.
So basically, my sister got tickets for her birthday. So she got 2 tickets. So she invited me, and then my mom was like, well, can I come too? So then she bought a ticket. So she's not actually sitting with us. The nice thing about the Venetian, and we're staying at the Palazzo, but the nice thing about the Venetian and the Palazzo is that there's a walkway. So we can walk all the way from our room to the Sphere without going outside. All right, you want to show off your outfit?
I'm ready.
I like the lipstick. The lipstick is a new addition.
I know.
There you go.
Honestly, this whole vibe is just giving everything my 7-year-old heart wanted to be in 1999. So the jeans are actually Levi's. They're brand new. I bought them just for this, and they have like a wide leg. Tube top, obviously Amazon. I did not own this. I'm wearing a lot of Twilight ColourPop makeup, and then I just have a bunch of glitter on.
Isn't she cute too? All right, we are off to the Sphere. And of course I'm bringing you along, but I can't bring my camera. It's cell phones only, so no cameras are allowed. So I'll have to do everything on my phone, but of course I'll kind of give you an update and let you know how it is getting there and getting in, just in case you're going to one of the upcoming shows. But yeah, we are super excited. I don't think I'm like mentally prepared for how fun this is gonna be. I'm very excited.
We went down to the lobby and started our walk to the Sphere. So essentially you can walk the entire way from either the Venetian or the Palazzo to the Sphere, and it's indoors and air conditioned in this nice little tunnel. There were lots of signs pointing the way, very easy to find. There were some fun photo opportunities with the Sphere along the way as well, but it turned out to be about a 15 to 20 minute walk. Because the bag policy required the bags to be so small, most people didn't even have a bag, so it was really quick to get through security. We got our souvenir cups, which we were really looking forward to. This was one of the highlights for sure. If you are going to the Sphere, I definitely recommend getting there early because there are lots of fun photo opportunities. So we took a ton of pictures before heading up to check out the merch. We basically all wanted that shirt all the way on the right, which is the weekend specific shirt. We had to go to a few merch stands to find it in stock, but we were able to find it, and we definitely did some damage again. One thing that really impressed us was how nice everything was and how nice the staff was. Everyone was so nice. They did have these mathematical equations all over the Sphere. We did have to look up what they meant, and I guess they were the different equations they used when they were building the Sphere, which is kind of cool. Then it was time to go to our seats. The show started at 8 p.m. technically, but they did not come on till 8:40, so we had plenty of time to look around, and there was a lot of stuff to look at, so they definitely keep you entertained while you're waiting for the show to start.
Contact with Millennium established. Initiating uplink. T-Line's tower. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Are you ready to go into the millennium with the Backstreet Boys tonight? This is all state divine. Oh, it doesn't matter if it's wrong or it's waiting for life to come true. Beat you up from inside. If you never wanna know. That I can control this. Gonna go back to. I am holding you all through the night. I'll be the one. Oh yeah, Vegas. You guys recognize this song? Don't pretend you're sorry. I know you're not. Every time I breathe, I take. Come on, Vegas! Playing games with my heart, playing games with my heart. And the night and day, looking back on the things I've done. Now let me show you the shape of me.
was so amazing. So it is the next day. I just went downstairs and got my coffee. There's literally a Starbucks like everywhere you turn, but there's one, if you take our elevators from our room down to the casino, it's literally right there. So I mobile ordered my Starbucks and there was a huge line, so it was like a 25-minute wait. So I'm glad I mobile ordered. So yeah, the Sphere was so good. I'm trying to like gather all of my thoughts about the actual show, because I kind of shared like some of my thoughts about like getting there and how easy it was, and everyone was literally so nice. Like all of the people who worked there, it was just amazing. But like some of the things that were kind of unexpected to me about the actual show was I first of all did not know the seats were gonna vibrate. So like that initial sequence when like it's like a spaceship is like taking off and the seat started vibrating, I was like, what is happening? And it's nothing crazy, but it definitely adds to the experience. The other thing that I noticed almost right away was like it looks so clean and crisp, and I think it's because there's no speakers. Like you don't see speakers anywhere. So we've been kind of observing the Sphere over the last couple days, and it seems like because you can kind of see through it during the day, like I'm looking at it right now, you can kind of see this like outer dome that's very like structural looking and kind of see-through, and then you can see inside of it this like inner dome that's not see-through, and I think that's the actual venue, and the speakers must be somewhere in between, because I would be so curious about the physics of the Sphere. But it was so interesting because there were no speakers anywhere, so it just looked so clean and crisp, and it was very, very cool. The sound was amazing. Obviously the graphics were amazing. Like I just like literally did not know where to look. Like I'd be like looking at the stage, and then I'd be like looking over here because AJ's on the screen over there, and then I'm looking over here because Nick's over there. Like it was just like so crazy. It was so much fun. It was so good. My mom was like, it was literally just amazing. Like I don't even know what else to say. And then the other thing is that whenever I stood up, so me and my sister sat on the 200 level, my mom sat on the 300 level. I will say, because we were in the second row in my section, so I will say like when I stood up, I started to feel like I was okay if I was looking at the stage because it was stationary, but if I like, sometimes I would kind of like forget and be like looking around while I was standing, and then I'd be like, whoa, like I felt a little bit disoriented. But honestly, I didn't get any motion sickness, nothing like that. I think that, I don't know, I heard that a lot of people were, and it was really scaring me, but honestly, I was totally fine. Like at one point I did grab the seat, like my seat that was behind me, because I was like, whoa, I'm like disoriented. But honestly, people sat most of the time, which I never complain about a concert where people sit. And because there was only like one row in front of us when they sat most of the time, so then I was able to sit most of the time. And of course, like I got up and danced during like some of my favorites. But yeah, it was so fun. But sad this morning because my sister had to go to a work trip, so she left really early this morning. So she's gone. I didn't even get to say bye to her. I guess she tried to wake me up and I was sleeping like a rock. But yeah, I think me and my mom was actually already at the pool. I'm gonna head up to the pool. She says it's not too hot. Let's check the temperature. It's 95. But honestly, it's so dry here. Like, so we do have to check out today. We're traveling home today. Checkout time is 11 a.m. So we have a little bit of time before we have to check out of our room. And then we'll probably drop off our bags at the front desk and just, eat, gamble away the last bit of the money that I have on my thing. But yeah, I feel like this was such a fun little weekend getaway, and it's so close to Denver, which is nice. And Vegas is not something I'm going to be doing like all the time, but it is fun if there's a special event or occasion that you're wanting to come to Vegas for. This was a perfect occasion for us to come to Vegas. I just don't think we would have made it here otherwise. So anyway, it was such a fun weekend trip, but the weekend is not over. We definitely have a couple things we'll do before we head back home.
Finally took the chance to check out the pool, and one of the things that the worker was telling us was basically that the Palazzo pool is shaded in the morning just the way that the buildings are with the sun, and the Venetian side pool is shaded in the afternoon. So when you stay there, you do have access to both pools, but something to keep in mind when you're kind of picking which resort that you want to stay at. In typical last day in Vegas fashion, we started the morning with a water and a coffee. And then we ordered some acai bowls from the pool bar, which were actually so good. There was a little bit of a bee problem, so we kind of had to scarf them down and run away before the bees attacked. Then we checked out of our room, left our bags at the front desk, and did a little bit of last-minute gambling. Then we got some food from this little Mediterranean restaurant, which actually turned out to be, I think, my favorite thing that I ate the entire weekend. It was literally so good. Before heading out to the airport to catch our flights home, One thing that was so funny to me, because I've never actually flown into the Vegas airport, was how there were slot machines everywhere, even in the airport. But then I had to say bye to my mom because we were going to separate terminals. She was flying back to Chicago and I was going to Denver, so that was sad. So that concludes our little weekend getaway in Vegas. It was so much fun. I had so much fun making this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out, and I will see you in the next video.